At Cornell University, they have an incredible piece of scientific equipment known as the tunneling electron microscope. Now, this microscope is so powerful that by firing electrons, you can actually see images of the atom, the infinitesimally minute building block of our universe. Roger, if I were using that microscope right now, I still wouldn't be able to locate my interest in your problem.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away,
So here's an interesting little development. Yesterday I was going to do a video on Netflix and the boycott going on there. We will get into the reasons why there's a boycott and how high their share prices are. Let's put it this way. They opened up, when they went public, you could buy a Netflix share for $16.19. They're up almost $1,200 a share now. So imagine how much money you'd have if you'd have bought 10,000 shares back in the day. Okay. Anyway, here's where they're trading, at least when I took the screenshot. Want to talk about how it seemed like wokesters went to hide there because their share prices were doing so well. As compared to Disney, which is not doing well at all. I mean, comparatively. $112 a share versus $1,190 a share. That's just the thing. But here's the issue, and here's what happened. Kamran, yesterday, had lunch with a producer he's developing a show with about ancient Egypt, and she said she had a meeting with Netflix executives, with the Netflix executive who told her they were abandoning woke programming. So apparently, the losses they incurred when people started dropping their subscriptions were so great that the executives decided no more. And we know the woke programming. I got out, I think in 2023 when they would not remove a documentary called Cuties about little girls who were in beauty pageants in Europe. It was disgusting. And I mean, warning after warning to the woman who ran basically made the documentary that you're giving a certain type of depraved individual fuel for the fire. She just laughed it off. Okay, so this is a problem. Anyway, that's when I left Netflix. But now there's another whole new boycott, and we'll get into that in the next half of the video and what's happening. And it's just a very interesting thing that's happening, and this isn't the first time a company has rolled back from woke shit. The fact that the share price is so high is the thing that has me intrigued. So let's talk more.
I was at the movies.
So the cause of the boycott now and Netflix losing subscriptions is it's obvious that they have a gay couple, two males together, in a show designated for children, and basically fans are pissed off, parents are angry, and I don't blame parents for being a little bit outraged by this garbage. I mean, if we had kids, no way would I let them watch that. Of course, like I said, I dropped my Netflix subscription back in, what was it, 2023, 2022, when that awful movie documentary Cuties was on. The lady who made it basically claimed it was harmless, and it was like, you are giving men of a certain type fuel for their fire, if you know what I mean. But can't expect somebody like that to understand that, especially the culture that she grew up in. Anyway, so the other really big problem is this gay couple are grooming their son to be a trans girl, and this is a still from the TV show where the kid has a tiara on and is wearing a dress, and he's doing a little dance. Now, the controversial stuff that's going on about transgenderism is profound, and it is not something you can just ignore. Okay, it is not something you can go, oh, well, that's them. No, it's not. Here's the problem. This is political bullshit aimed at kids. It's grooming. Let's go further. Also, Netflix for Kids has a same-sex kiss between two girls in one of their other animated shows. Again, as an adult, you can say, fuck this shit and stop watching it, right? You're not going to be manipulated by the images. The people that make this shit know that they can get to kids if they keep posting it. That's why when you bring up normal relationship like Han Solo and Leia, or Padme and Anakin, people like Molly Damon freak out, because that is a threat to them. They want to see this shit because it grooms children. Kids are very susceptible to it. This is why Netflix is being boycotted. Now, I have never subscribed to Netflix, and I never will go back, because they will not take Cuties off their streaming service, and it's offensive. But again, normal people like us have to live with being offended. But if people like, the Molly Damons of the world, let's say Cynthia Nixons of the world, etc., if they're told what you're doing is harming children, and why don't you just keep it on the down low? This is, what you're talking about and what you want for this franchise or what you want in your career has nothing to do with your career. And you're making it very difficult for people to actually want to watch anything that you're in or anything that you support. Like, you could say that to Leslie Headland. And they don't get it. They honestly, I look at the artwork from some of these Netflix animated shows, and it's awful. I mean, the artwork that has come out of Hollywood in general for these animated TV shows is crap, right? It's crap. It doesn't, if you turn on a Bugs Bunny cartoon from 1950, that's quality. That's quality. Even Blue's Clues or Bluey, whatever that's called, you can do better than that, Disney. You have done better than that. Just a thought, okay? There you go. So I wanted to talk about this because Kamran's friend and colleague dropped kind of a major information bomb that Netflix even with such a huge stock price, is getting out of the woke business. Now, as one of Cameron's other subscribers said, you're not going to see them make a big announcement. Bob Iger didn't say anything about abandoning woke stuff. It just isn't happening as much. And as the woke stuff that was made, that comes out in the pipeline, there isn't anything else coming, right? I mean, Doomcock with his rumor that they're going to use Doctor Doom to reset the Marvel Universe because all the woke shit that came out after sucked. And it's basically what Jon Favreau is trying to do with Star Wars, with Ahsoka and The Mandalorian. What I would say is it's very difficult for a company like Netflix to stop in mid-stride. It's like stopping an aircraft carrier. They don't have brakes. They take miles to come to a complete stop, right? And then you turn it. There's a wide radius of a turn. And if you're getting frustrated with something and blah, 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 you got to remember that they might have not have said anything, but the fact of the matter is they're not doing any more of it. What you're going to get is the end. I mean, look, there are a lot of woke TV shows that are getting cut and getting, canceled right now. And no one's saying a word. No one's noticing. I find that very interesting. So anyway, I want to put this out there because I thought it was really interesting, and I thought it was completely the opposite of what I had supposed, because I started looking to see if any of the wokesters from Disney had migrated to Netflix, and they haven't. So there you go. The boycott is working, and they're getting out of the woke business, because there is no business in woke. Anyway, I gotta go. You guys have a good evening and or morning, because I'm dropping this 9:00 a.m. And you guys have a good day. Good evening tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow. And talk to y'all later. See you around the galaxy.